Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be looking at how the odds have been acting up for the game between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good, Dax. Nice to talk to you again.
As always, it's a pleasure as well, my man. All right, so let's get into this one. Now, here's another line that actually had a lot of activity in the last few days. Detroit opened up at -2 favorites on September the 14th. The same day, the line moved up to half a point and then back down to 2. Now, the following day, that line went crazy and went all the way down to a pick'em. And I'm guessing that the Sharps actually jumped all over that one quickly, which, in case, moved the line back up to -1.5. Now, the line right now can be found at -2.5 and has had some serious action going on. I'm thinking that we're probably going to see this line settle around here. But where do you actually see this line closing out?
I can't see it closing higher than 3 points. I think 2.5 is looking like where it's going to settle. It looks currently like we have 6 or 7 books that are leaning towards 2.5 right now. I was very surprised by this game. A little bit of a side note. I seriously thought that it would stay right around a pick'em, which you mentioned it did at one point, but it looks like the Sharps jumped all over Detroit in that case. I'm very skeptical of the Lions this season, but I think 2.5 points is probably a pretty good estimation of where this line is going to settle. Bovada right now at -1. I think people are probably jumping all over the Lions. And Bookmaker at +3. I think you'll see more people jumping in on the Packers. So I think it'll probably settle right in between there at 2.5, just under a field goal to where the Lions still would cover, obviously, if they got a 3-point win. So I think 2.5 points is where you're going to see this line settle. But that doesn't mean I'm necessarily jumping in on the Lions at that price.
Yeah, well, really, you can't really trust the Lions at this point because we've seen them play really good games, and then, the next week it's just like they're not showing up at all. The same case can pretty much be said for Green Bay, but we obviously have to consider that they played much more difficult opponents in this season, these couple of weeks. But I'd actually find that the line would probably be closing at around 3. But again, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But it just cannot. I can't see how people are just loving the Lions here against the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, they dominated the Packers last season. I think the final score was like 40-10 when they played in Detroit. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers was back for that game. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. Megatron went crazy. Reggie Bush had like almost 200 yards from scrimmage or something like that. But I just don't see this game, coming out the way that one did. I think this is going to be a much closer game. But 3 points. It wouldn't surprise me to see it at 3, but that would mean that even more money is going to have to come in on Detroit. And currently, according to SBR consensus data, Green Bay is actually taking more money than Detroit in this game right now, which makes this line even more puzzling than what it currently is. So once again, it might be like that Tennessee-Cincinnati line that we talked about earlier. It might just be one of those that we just lay off entirely because you just can't tell what you're going to get from either one of these teams right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I can assure you that it is going to be a great game, though.
Yes, I completely agree with you.
All right, my man. Thank you once again, and we'll talk some more football very soon.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.